Oh, every day is Christmas over here. All right. So this is my muffler. Alright, so it's pretty common knowledge that the K-Series engine likes to breathe. So what I have here is a 2-inch exhaust. This is supposed to be 3 inches, but once I got it back from the exhaust shop, it was a lot smaller at the bins. So what I decided to do was remove that from the car, and I bought a 3-inch straight through muffler, or resonator anyway. And I think that's the Vibrant Ultra Quiet. So to be able to pop this off whenever I go turbo and reuse it, what I'm gonna do is weld V-band flanges on to both sides. So basically what I'm gonna have is a reusable resonator. We're gonna get into fabricating the flanges that I need to get the muffler where I want it, and hopefully I'll have a lot more flow, and with the resonator it'll still be pretty quiet. So this is my first time welding, so I guess before I get started I can show you what I'm working with. And that is a 2.5 outlet coming off of the headers, and the plan is to mount this flange or bolt this flange up to that, but to weld this transition here and then have a V-band outlet. So basically this would look like this, and then I would basically bolt a V-band exhaust onto it. What I got for welding is Etosha 160. It's a MIG welder. So I got this from Amazon. I think it was like 130 bucks. And I played around with it, practiced a little bit. This is the torch. I'm brand new at this, so excuse me, forgive me if I mislabel anything. This is, I guess, what the sounding point. So, and what I did to kind of practice, get the hang of it, was bought some aluminum and sheet metal. So this is aluminum, this is stainless steel, and I just kind of practice laying down some welds, some beads, whatever you want to call it. And the wire that I have that came with this is pretty bad. It spatters a lot. So this is kind of a mess, and so I could, you know, use the brush and the file and kind of clean it up a little bit. But after, you know, playing around with the settings, I was able to do that, which didn't come out too bad. And so once I was comfortable with the way that came out, and it holds pretty good, like I took a hammer to it and it didn't come loose. So I lowered the voltage. So when I got this, when I got it out the box, it was on 2. It was probably a little bit too hot. It was actually burning through the sheet metal. So I put it on 1, made sure that was on min. And this is on the slowest speed, so it feeds the wire slower than slow. Now it's about time I get into actually fabricating my exhaust. So I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna start slow. It's gonna be a learning process. So hopefully I can see some improvements as I go. And I'm not worried about my welds being perfect. The only thing I really care about is that they hold and my exhaust doesn't leak. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so as I prepare my welding station, one of the first things I want to do is get this bolted down. so here's the first weld done. All right, so the first weld is done. It is okay. It's cool enough to touch but not hold. It feels strong enough. I got a few spots that I'm like not too proud of, like that and that, but I think it'll hold. Whether it'll leak or not, I'm not sure. All right, let's try tack welding this, see how this goes. I got a technique, let's see if it works. So the V-band, welded a few spots, and once I get those cleaned up, they should look decent. So I want to loosen that and fix that gap. That's just the perfectionist in me. I don't think it'll really matter. I'm out here pulling down sweat still, laying down some beads. This one came out okay. In order to get this look right here, it's not great, but it's better, is I went up, held it for a second, down, right back up, held it for a second, down, up, held it for a second, down, up, held it for a second, down. And I mean, obviously I don't have the most steady hand, but that is some improvement. And it's hard to keep that exact same pattern the whole time. So now all I really need to do is clean this stuff up here so that when I use the V-band, it'll actually clamp down and hold. That is my first weld job. I made my own 2.5 inch 3-bolt to 3-inch V-band connection, and I am kind of proud of myself. Back in the house, so I had to come in the house to close out the video because the garage is entirely too hot. You guys probably can't tell, but I am completely soaked. That was my first time welding, and I am excited. I think it went pretty well. So that was a 2.5 inch 3-bolt coming off the exhaust manifold. Expanded it out to a 3-inch, attaching a V-band onto it, and then basically the plan is to make a 90-degree elbow, go across the engine bay, go up, and then the muffler is going to run across the engine bay, then it's going to come back down and exit out the back of the bumper. So that is the very first little piece. The part where I go up around, that's going to be my second project. I don't know how long that's going to take. That's going to be a big job, but I feel a lot more confident after doing just the flange. I thought the flange would be tough because of the little small working space. And so with the pipes, I'm gonna have plenty of space, you know, to weld around. So I think that'll go a little bit easier, a little bit better. That said, I think just welding pipes to pipes, if they're the exact same material, it should be easy. I think they're all gonna be like 304, like stainless or something like that. But I am not completely sure. I didn't think about that when I was buying the parts, and now I'm gonna kind of learn a little bit more. So I am excited about this project because this is the first time I weld. I think it went pretty well. If you saw anything that I did wrong, or if you know any techniques that'll help, let me know. Drop a comment down below. If you like the video, leave a like, and if you like the channel, subscribe. Thanks for watching.